There are many people who really admire his work, including myself. We must remember he was a master of times in the evolution of cinema, and his contribution to the world of cinema remains significant. It is the knowledge gathered by such artists that today's people are taking for granted and leaning on. Alfred Hitchcock was born in Leytonstone, England on August 13, 1899. He was the youngest of three children born to William and Emma Jane Hitchcock. Hitchcock was generally a quiet child. However, at 5 years old, his father arranged to have him locked in a cell at the local police station after he misbehaved. After this horrifying experience, he developed an interest in the subject of guilt. After attending a technical school at 15, Hitchcock spent the first 5 years of his career as a draftsman, advertising designer, and a writer. An interest in photography led him working in London's film industry as a title card designer for silent films, and just 5 years later as a director. In 1926, Hitchcock married his assistant director, Alma, and in 1928 they had a daughter named Patricia. Hitchcock quickly gained fame as a director who delivered great amounts of suspense, twisted endings, and dark subject matter. His own personality and dark humor were placed in society through interviews, film trailers, and appearances in his own films. In 1939, the Hitchcock family moved to Hollywood. In the 3 decades that he lived there, he created his legacy by directing and producing his most successful and long-lasting works. During his career, he created over 50 feature films. In 1929, Blackmail was his first feature film with sound, and in 1948, his first colored film was Rope. Hitchcock himself has been credited with pioneering many camera and editing techniques for peers and inspired film directors. Hitchcock gained many professional privileges, including 2 Golden Globes, 8 Laurel Awards, and 5 Lifetime Achievement Awards. He was a 5-time Academy Award nominee for Best Director, and in 1940, his film Rebecca won the Oscar for Best Picture. Horror as a genre has greatly advanced from silent films to comic thrillers to Hollywood productions, where the film emphasizes unstable psychological states of the character. Alfred Hitchcock is the definition of horror art itself, with him transforming the genre of horror into the successful franchise it is today. While many modern horror directors lack the natural ability and passion this genre requires, Hitchcock is a complete opposite. He understands the purpose of horror films, and that it is to invoke fear and not startle the audience. Alfred Hitchcock, an earlier film director, has been producing films since 1920 and remains the auteur behind numerous horror masterpieces. His style evolved remarkably over his lifetime, but retains many noticeable aspects in the majority of his films, all of which are unique to him. In Hitchcock films, a recurring theme is the transference of guilt. If a person were to think of Hitchcock, the first idea that would arise would be the ability to add suspense at any given time. This element Hitchcock is known for is his name, the Master of Suspense. He knows how to perfectly taunt the viewer as he tells a story. He understands that in order to do this, he must build up their anticipation, leaving them on the edge of their seat. For example, in Psycho, 1960, when Marianne is murdered, at first we are tricked into thinking that the mother, who owns Bates Motel, killed her. But as Sam shows up, the suspense builds, and Hitchcock reveals the true killer, the son. Hitchcock's common theme, transference of guilt, is present in the scene due to the reversal of usual pattern. Marianne appears to be the disruptive character, which transfers the audience's sympathy to Norman Bates. Film director Alfred Hitchcock felt as though it was very crucial that in every one of his films he emphasizes his actresses. He allowed his leading females to be independent in the production, which strengthened his main goal, to make the male actor seem as though he was dependent on her. He was unique in his way of portraying the female body, by allowing the females to craft their own performances, including their every action, behaviors, and motivation. This made the production very detail-oriented. In almost all of his films, the woman is strongly noticed as a strong individual that is usually in place of the male's abilities to act, which leaves the man with guilty thoughts. Hitchcock films have a pattern, a signature, which is classified as manipulation. He must make it clear to his actors before shooting that they must only portray their emotions. Just like Hitchcock using the background as a prop, he oftentimes uses his actors as one too. He uses their facial expressions to promote fear and enhance guilt. For example, in Suspicion, 1941, Linda's facial expressions allow the viewer to feel what she is feeling, leaving us with a thought that she is next to die. The worrying and shock of her husband's behavior adds character to the process of manipulation. Another noticeable trope is his ability to incorporate high-angle shots in the cinematic style, adding great amounts of suspicion which is transferred to guilt. The main focus of a high-angle shot is that the camera is looking down at the subject from a high angle and the point focus gets swallowed in. Hitchcock came to conclusion by using a high-angle shot he can engage the viewer due to the vulnerability and spook it causes when applied to the correct mood, setting, and effects. For instance, in Alfred Hitchcock's film Suspicion, the scene where Lisa is talking to the detectives about Becky's death is shot at a high angle to showcase the suspense and guilty pleasure that death brings. Finally, similarly to Sam Mendes' film American Beauty 1999, Hitchcock's film Vertigo 1985 also portrays his lead woman in a sexual manner. Both Angela and Judy are using their sexuality throughout the films as a symbol of their womanhood. A woman's way of portraying her actions and her body can allow her to obtain anything she craves in life. The idea of both women have created fantasies of the male characters in each film. The women enjoy being the man's fantasy. Angela is Lester's and Judy is Scott's. The issue that arises is that some mistaken two completely different actions, lust for love, which causes guilt. They are constantly searching for love and acceptance, however no one can love them for who they are. Alfred Hitchcock as an auteur had a signature style that was recognized through various tropes that separated him from other directors who focused on the genre of film. The use of all these tropes are essential to any Hitchcock film as they guarantee a sense of suspense and intrigue the viewer. With the excellent experience of horror his films provide, the fear is not just one single jump scare, it is full of anticipation and worry. The inescapability of fear is present in each one of his films, not only for the actors but the viewers, which accomplishes Hitchcock in his ability to direct such horrifying art. A husband, father, director, and master of suspense, Alfred Hitchcock passed away on April 29, 1980.